sign of respect right there. You ran through this tournament. You ran through and got the job done in the second round of this fight over Sergio. Every time someone grabs a belt, there's going to be debate. Are you, Patchy, makes the greatest bantamweight in the world right now?
Yeah, I really believe so. My opponent there, Sergio Pettis. I mean, they look at his 25 run, but this kid was young when he was in the UFC. He's great. I mean, he just beat Patricio Pitbull. He smoked the only man to beat me, Archuleta. Didn't win a round against him. I think that Sergio is up there with one of the top 3 bantamweights in the world right now. I feel like he was so young in the UFC at 24 or 25 years old. Like, he just turned 30 years old, him and I. I feel like we're both entering our prime. They hold Sean O'Malley to such a high regard. It's like Sean O'Malley never beat someone to the level of Patricio Pitbull like Sergio Pettis did. And that's why I respected him the way I did. I took this fight very seriously. I feel like a lot of people underestimate him, and I overestimated him because I knew how good he was. I mean, the first shot, busted my face up. So, that's why I had to respect him.
You've had your team here, Tatiana, by your side, all through this journey, now leading to this belt. What has your team, Tatiana, everyone around you, meant to you?
It's a testament of hard work. Tatiana's a world champion. She's going to be a world champion. She trains like she already is a world champion, and I just, I kind of just get, I get motivated by her. She's going to be my wife, and we love MMA. We share the same passion in the gym. We don't take days off. We train 6 days a week religiously, even when we're not in camp. So everyone has seen the improvements I've made of recent, but I'm just getting started. I'm just turned 30 years old, 19-1 now with 15 finishes. I'm just getting started. I'm cleaning the division out from the bottom up, and I know there's a guy named Archuleta that has a win over me. I know Stotch just won, and I'm not sure what's going to happen with the promotion still. So, I'm just going to take some time, help Tatiana get ready, just keep improving, and we'll see what's next.
Last one for me. You just alluded to it. There's plenty of competition. They're waiting and chomping at the bit to get a shot at your world title. But what has Bellator meant to you? Obviously, multiple belts right there. What have they meant to your career, your legacy, and everything that you've achieved as a professional fighter?
It means a lot. I come from absolutely nothing, man. My mom, dirt poor, piss nothing. I was a kid. My mom fucking scrounging money and paying with food stamps, Like, Bellator changed my life. Mike Hogan, Scott Coker, they all gave me an opportunity when, I was a young kid that chasing a dream that didn't have anything, I don't have any brothers or sisters or cousins or anything that really have done much. So it was just me trying to make a way for my brothers and sisters and me trying to make a way for my family, So Bellator changed my life, a kid that comes from absolutely nothing with an opportunity to make everything. So, I'm grateful for Bellator. I'm grateful for Mike Hogan, Scott Coker, and just given the opportunity to fly across the world to Ireland, to Japan, to Hawaii multiple times, and, eventually get multiple chances at this world title. This is my second chance. I fell short the first time. It took me 3 years to get back here. 3 very hard, long years struggling with mental health, struggling with a lot of things just within myself to get back here, and now I'm back. Thank you.
Right over here, Patchy. Congratulations, amazing performance. This is something that you've manifested for years now. How does it feel for everything to play out the way that you really wrote it and to finally, close the chapter and be a bantamweight champion?
It feels good, 19-1 with another finish. Of course, got paid tonight. Feels good. I feel like I can be one of the fighters of the year, Within a year's frame, I choked Magomed off to sleep. He's never been finished. I knocked Rufian Stotts out cold. He was on an 11-fight win streak for 7 years. And I'm the first one to finish Sergio in about 8 years. He hadn't been finished in a long time. Alex Caceres caught him years ago in that same choke. And a fight that I thought Sergio was actually winning, you know what I mean? And he kind of got lucky, Caceres. So, this guy, I feel like the run that I put together was a testament to my team, my coaches, my training partners, and just everyone in Las Vegas, everyone that's helped me out. There's so many people. Kobe Fair in the room. He's going to be one of the best flyweights in the world. Farad, Javid Basharat, Shorty Torres, Jeremy Kennedy, Sada Bisai, all these guys, man. I'm just around so many people. And, you know, my coach, Harry St. Ledger, gave me my black belt my last fight, and I feel like I really earned my black belt tonight.
And I think we can all agree that through the run, through everything, all the fights that you've had to make it here and tonight to be a champion, we can all agree that through it all, you've been a class act. You've always been a classy fighter. Tell me about the importance of being so classy and being the guy that you are, and you know how that led you to being the champion you are tonight.
Well, you got to be respectful and gracious in victory or defeat, but, you know, it comes with a lot of emotions. Like, you know, we're all fighting for the same thing, and it comes with so many emotions, you know. We're trying to hurt each other out there, so, you know. But after the fact, you know, like I said, no matter the result, had I won or had I lost, I was going to get up and shake his hand. And if he had beaten me tonight, the better man would have won. I would have had no excuses. Same with the Archuleta fight, you know, when he beat me, you know. No excuses. So just a surreal moment, and just, you know, I'm just grateful to be able to be healthy. And I'm honestly happy that we're both healthy, you know. We're both not walking out here with stitches or our hands busted up or anything broken. I'm just grateful that we both can go back to our families, and we both just made a bunch of money together, you know.
Patchy, which is sweeter, the Grand Prix win, because I see you have both belts here, the Grand Prix win or the win tonight?
The Grand Prix win, man. You know, the Grand Prix win changed my life. You know, you make $1 million, it's more money, you know, than tonight. But also the Grand Prix, it's, you know, my mother was there in Hawaii, had never been there, and to win that $1 million, I just seen her face, and the level of her not struggling anymore was everything, you know. To see her not struggle was the most important thing for me. And, you know, I've taken care of my mom since April, you know what I mean? So this fight didn't mean as much, you know, as win or lose. You know, I knew my mom was set, so it was okay. And I feel like this one was harder for me because I got respect for Sergio because we trained together, and I look up to this kid. He gave me a bunch of gear like 6 years ago when he left Jackson Wink. He gave me a bunch of gear, and like he was like a normal person headlining the UFC card, and I was only 4-0. And this dude was like just normal as the next person. And like when I got involved in MMA, I wasn't accustomed to seeing the high level guys yet. When I met, you know, Sergio so young, he was just a normal dude, same age as me, gave me a bunch of gear, and then I followed him. Like this kid, I was like, I remember he got his braids and he fought John Moraga in the UFC. You know, I was a fan. I was a fan when he fought Brandon Moreno. I wanted him to win because, you know, I was in the camp. So like this one was hard for me as opposed to Rufian Stotts because, you know, we didn't really like each other. So like this one was a little harder, but I wanted to be professional because, you know, shit, we're both chasing at the same thing. And sometimes, like, you got to cross paths with people you know. And you can't let it deter you from your route, you know. And I'm glad, I'm glad it was like that, respectful. And I'm glad that he came out and fucking he put, you know, he put some hands on me like where other guys don't, you know, because he went for it too. And I can respect that 100%.
Wonderful. Last one from me. You mentioned Rufian Stotts, and he mentioned that you all had talked before the fight and that you talked about running him back, but you also spoke of Archuleta. Who would you like to see most in defense?
Like, I want to avenge the loss that I got, of course, but Archuleta's tied up in Japan, and he's fighting. Like, I think he's fighting in New Year's, and, like, I necessarily don't like to wait and see, and I know he's got his deal over there. I'm not sure what Bellator's deal is, but I'm not necessarily chasing anyone. Now that I'm the title holder, whoever they approach me with, I'm willing to do, you know. I don't mind. I can run it back with all three of them, you know, any one of them. If they wanted to do me and Serge again, if they want to do me and Stotts again, or if they wanted me to do me and Archuleta or even me and Maga. You know, I fought all the top guys, and I just want to fight who they believe is the best, you know, who's on the best run. I know Stotts looked really good tonight. He beat a tough guy in Danny Sabatello. I knew Danny Sabatello was coming to try to get him. I thought Stotts dominated him, and I was impressed, you know. And I talked to him backstage, you know. I got much, you know, we got respect for each other now, too, now that we're done with our business. But if our paths do cross again, no doubt in my brain I could, you know, accomplish the same goal.
Hey, Patchy, right over here.
we covered the topic just now. You just mentioned Juan Archuleta, but I just want to mention that you did say you wanted the rematch. You commented on me and Archuleta's interview. I bear a text from Juan right now. He says, "Congratulations, you're the man. Super excited for what the future holds for you. Not sure if we will get the rematch the way no one knows anything, but I would love to have that rematch with you."
Yeah, much respect. Like I said, he's fighting Kayasgar on December 31st, and without a doubt, me and him are going to rematch, you know? We have to. So, you know, I want that one back, and we're going to run it down the line. I don't know, like he said, with the promotions and, you know, who knows? Maybe I'll be on a one-way ticket to Japan to try to go get that belt, you know? Who knows? So, without barring the promotions, the sales, seeing how it goes, we'll see. But right now, man, just focus on trying to get better, you know? I was trying to get better this week during my weight cuts. I was just training. Tomorrow, I'm going to take a day or two, and then we're going to go back to the gym next week. I'll be grappling next Monday, Tuesday.
It feels like just yesterday you were fighting at Seneca Niagara Falls Casino. Now, that was one of your first fights. Now we're at our 30th win, if you include amateur. How proud are you of yourself that you stuck it through this professional fighting career from start to finish to now this undisputed gold around your waist?
I have to be proud. My mom's even prouder. You know, I don't know what I'd do. My eggs are all in one basket, man. You know, I left college at a young age. I didn't want to go to school. I wanted to be a fighter. I left, you know, I put all my eggs in one basket. If I wasn't doing this, I'd be working on a roof or something, you know what I mean? Hard labor, because that's what I used to do. I used to hump 60 bundles a day and then go train. So this is my life, and, you know, just let it be, man, you know? Just take my time. I'm just grateful that I stuck it out, like you said, stuck with it, and now, you know, my life has changed. I'm a world champion. I got more money than I know what to do with and more opportunities than I've ever had in my life now after this.
I'm sure you and Don and Harry have been talking about this moment for years, so it's great to see it finally happen for you. Last one for me. About a decade ago, you posted on Instagram that Aljamain Sterling was your idol. Now you're at his level or even past him. Do you feel a sense of fulfillment knowing that you're living proof that hard work pays off?
Yeah, man, I just want to be a representative to my nephews and my family. You know, I coach high school wrestling for years. I just want to be a representative to those kids that watch me. You know, I'm no different than any of them. So just anybody that's really, like, doesn't come from much, you know. I mean, my mom did bad drugs when I was a kid. I was adopted, you know what I mean, at a pound, man. Like, you know, like my cousin Rose adopted me, and my brothers and sisters, we came from absolutely nothing. So just to inspire, like, any other kids that are watching me or see this story, that's the only reason, you know, that's the only thing I want to give back. You know, I just want to inspire anybody that could see what I'm doing and, you know, want to go achieve the same. No matter what, even if it's not MMA.
Keep putting on for Angola.
For sure.